Hey, Steve Zonard here with Treviso Realty out in Southwest Florida. Happy Monday morning. Before we talk about numbers, we have some great news going forward. Yesterday, the war with Iran is settled. The Strait of Hormuz will be open wide for all ship and cargo to go, as the President's social post says, "Start your engines, countries, get your oil out," which is great. So that, if we've already seen a positive impact on the stock market. I just checked what our portfolio is. It's already up 2 to 3%, just what I have, so which is great. And obviously, I have a Vanguard portfolio as well, and that's up about 3 to 4% already. And that's just market hasn't opened until the next 2 minutes, so that's good news going forward. Even for us, they're saying with the bond market, you're going to see if they start buying it down, we're going to have rates started coming down real quick. Inflation will come down. Fuel this morning, where I saw at some pumps $3.60 a gallon, which is fantastic. Remember, we're at $4.40 to $4.60, and then before the war in like mid-Feb, I think Feb 16th, we were down to like $2.99 a gallon at some points, $3.20, usually hovering around just around the $2.80 to $3.20 a gallon, and then now we're at $3.60. So hopefully that all gets back settled, and we can start focusing back on the economy here in the U.S., which is fantastic. It's great news. Regarding real estate's going well. As you know, we sold our property that we built last year in Cape Coral through our development company, Treviso Homes LLC. This was amazing. I think we found the right buyer for the property. We're really happy for them. It's a good family from Minnesota. I love the Midwesterners, especially. I have some friends from Minnesota. They're great people. They enjoy the house. The husband's a contractor, which is awesome. It's usually they're going to have the keenest eye on the property, and they love it. They love the design. They kind of saw what we saw with the property when we built it. Also, we had a home inspection and nothing came, which is positive. Nothing came up. And that's a pat on our backs as well, because we put our blood, sweat, and tears into that property, and it's amazing. Buyer also, Googling Treviso Homes LLC, there's a ton of videos online. So she actually watched the, start from the scraping the lot until where we are now. So there's no hidden information in that property. It's all very transparent. So we're really happy for them, and we're happy that we sold it. And then now we got 2 months for closing, which is a little long, but it's okay based on why we need the property to close in August as well, just based on just the not issues, but just the way that the property has to settle up in August is more beneficial for us financially as well. But this gives us enough time, because Mike's come up with a new idea, a new model, potentially where we can redeploy the cash in a sense of development. So we're just weighing the options. We reviewed it on Saturday. It's a good idea. I like it. There's already being done in the community as well, but it's not oversaturated. So we have 2 months to basically run numbers and numbers and figures and make sure it's going to be profitable. That's good. At least it gives you 2 months. We can start chipping away, and that's what I'm going to do. We're going to price this sucker right to the net zero and make sure that everything makes 100% sense and going forward from there. But that's exciting. We're pretty pumped about that. Market itself, 19,110 units. We're down 200 units since last week. Again, I love lower inventory. Why? It gives less options for buyers and gives sellers a higher pricing. 538 closed deals in the last 7 days, which is very similar to last week. And then Estero's down to 625. Net listings currently on the market, with 18 sold or closed in the last 7 days. What we're seeing a little bit now with talking about pricing as well with properties. Again, everything is still very price sensitive down here, even though we're in an uptick, which is great. But I'll give you an example. We have one property in Naples. We're getting showings on all our properties. We sold a few, but a few of them are kind of lingering. We got one in Verdana and one in Naples right now that are getting action, but not any offers, and that's usually due to pricing, based on the feedback that we're receiving from buyers right now. If you kind of see, even the one in Naples. It's unfortunate too, because when we go in these presentations, we kind of give the prices up front, and we kind of give best indication. And even this one here should have been sub 500 from the get-go, and now we're sub 500. But the only issue is what my always concern is, and this is what I always bring up in the presentation, is that all you need is one neighbor to screw the system, and that's what exactly happened here. Because it's not, if the houses are comparable and yours is a better fit and finish, I get it. That house that sells can sell lower than yours, but when that house sells before yours, and is about already listed 5% below your property, plus we don't know what it's going to be closed at, and it's got $30,000 to $50,000 more value add. And what I'm talking about that is, it's not like decorations and like, you know, paint and kitchen and stuff like that. We're talking structural location. One's on a backed onto a road, and the other one's backed onto a lake. One is 100 square feet larger than the other one. One's in better condition. So there's a lot to that. So once that sale firms up and posts the price, when it closes and posts the price rather, it's going to screw us royally. So it's like we got a finite time to adjust price accordingly, get the property sold before that sale gets posted, because it can really take you out. And then it's like, you know, I had this conversation too, because even as a professional, you always think everybody knows what you're thinking, but it's not. Clearly, it's never the case. You have to always talk out loud with your clients as well. And I kind of went into the ramifications of the sale. I said, even if you do find a buyer, okay, so this property gets off the market and now you get a buyer willing to pay 5% higher than this property, even though your property is worth probably 5 to 8% lower than this property. So they should never really be paying more. They should be paying less by like 30 to 50K, let's just say, based on the value of the property that's sold. So let's just say you do get somebody to buy because there's no inventory, they're in a time crunch, so you get you land one buyer. That's all fine and dandy. Remember, here in the States, especially here in Florida, you got a 30-day contingency on finance, which is long. We're used to like 3 to 5 days up north, and then we wrap them up, firm them up, and then, you know, go on to the next one, sale them on for closing, and we go on to the next deal. But here we got 30-day contingencies. So what happens with that is, so they can pay you the amount of money, but now if these buyers come in 5, 10, 20, 30, 25% down, let's just say on for the mortgage, this property now sells, gives us a hard sale price, and now the appraiser is going to look, because the area is small, doesn't have that many sales. This house is, you know, sells for $470, and it has $30,000 to $50,000 more in like structural. You're kind of screwed, because now let's just say you're $50,000, $60,000 overpriced, let's say overvalued, and when the appraisal comes in, and now no one's going to be able to close that property unless they're paying in cash, which is, you take a whole ton of buyers out of the market. And this is like a first-time buyer type home, right? This is like a small 1,600 square foot house, 2-story, cool little area in Naples. Great location. From there we had a showing on the weekend. From there we went from that property to Fifth Ave in like 15 minutes, which is awesome. So location's fantastic. It's just now I'm concerned, and now my clients understand what my concern is originally with this. But that's pretty much it. We'll catch you on the next one, and have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.